Hey everybody, doing a story on Egypt tonight, and when people do their Egypt stories, it's usually on the Great Pyramids, Giza, the Nile, in that area. Well, I'm going to take you to a place here that maybe you have not heard of, very close to the Great Pyramids. This is bibliotechoplades.net, and this is a story by William Henry, and it is entitled Place of the Gods, the Stargate at Abu Ghurab, Egypt. And he briefly describes it as this. About a 20-minute drive from the Great Pyramid and visible from the Giza Plateau on a clear day is one of Egypt's greatest treasures from antiquity and of one of the most extraordinary places on our planet. Abu Ghurab, or the Crow's Nest as it is called, is a closed to the public archaeological site in the Pyramids fields that runs along the Nile south of Cairo. Egyptologists quaintly refer to it as a sun temple, a burial center, a funerary complex for a new cult of Ra. The site of Abu Ghurab is part of the pyramid complex at Abu Sir. And he goes on to say this. Egyptologists claim it was made at the time of the 5th dynasty of the Old Kingdom period around 2400 BC. William Henry says, I use the term made for its double meaning. It means created, but made is also a police term for identified or discovered. In fact, Egyptian tradition teaches that this site is one of the oldest ceremonial centers on the planet and is a place where the ancients connected with divine energies. Later, it was made by a pharaoh, or discovered by a pharaoh. And it has this picture of Abu Ghurab as it looks today, and he says it is a chance to experience ancient Egypt in just the way this town is. Now, he says this, according to Plato's version of the story, which originated in Egypt, Atlantis was a high civilization founded by the gods. They built a temple surrounded by a city formed by concentric rings, which was populated by hybrid godmen. When this race lost their divine essence, this brought about the wrath of Zeus, watching from the center of the universe. I believe that Egypt exists in the shadow of Atlantis. It is an echo of this lost realm. And then he just goes on to say how he got into this site, had to take guards with him because this place is off limits. There is no access. He says that after they cut through a thick mangrove grove, when the trees cleared, we suddenly entered what we felt like was a Hollywood movie set for a movie titled Forbidden World or something like that. The dunes of the Great Desert appeared lunar. The 3 pyramids of Abu Sir about a mile away seemed surreal, like 3 elder fires burning for eternity. And he was told that there is a large square structure or platform made of alabaster, which is Egyptian crystal, that sits in front of the mound where an obelisk stood. The alabaster platform is in the shape of the Kemetan symbol Hotep, translated by the Egyptologists to mean peace. This is the mound at Abu Ghurab and what it looks like today, obviously deteriorating rather severely. And this is the massive alabaster or Egyptian crystal platform there. It is a mandala depicting the 4 directions perfectly. And it says this. In the land of Osiris, indigenous tradition teaches that the netters themselves, in some physical form, once landed and appeared in person at Abu Ghurab. And I will talk about the netters in just a second. It says that this platform, this alabaster platform, was created to provide a harmonic resonance through sound vibrations to increase the heightened awareness, to further open the senses to communicate and to be one with the netters. and that is what we describe today as a Stargate. And this is the circular center of the alabaster platform. And this is the perfectly smooth sides of the platform that suggest advanced machining. And this shows perfectly circular drill marks in the platform that again suggest advanced precision machining. Now the netters. These are described as formless light beings that descended to Earth and started the human civilization there. Now William Henry talks about a book he researched by Dr. Eve Raymond, a scholar who explored the ancient Egyptian building texts from Edfu, some of the most ancient texts in all of Egypt, in her book, The Mythical Origin of the Egyptian Temple. These little-known texts also tell of formless beings who came from the stars and created an island civilization in Egypt. These sages, as they were called, constructed an original mound where the creation of humankind took place. The Edfu tale matches the Atlantis story as told by Plato of a civilization founded by the gods who created a race of humans. He believes the Edfu building texts are the source material for Plato's Atlantis story, which he originally learned from Egypt. He believes that the shards of this tale are found in numerous indigenous traditions that may even relate to Abu Ghurab. The connection is found in the stones. One telltale characteristic alternative researchers uphold as a trademark of Atlantean temple buildings is the use of megalithic red granite blocks, as shown here. The precision cut and polished red granite facing stones of the pyramid at Abu Ghurab is a trademark of Atlantean construction. At Abu Ghurab, one sees colossal red granite blocks weighing several tons that were precision cut, polished, and mounted in place as the facing stones on the pyramid. Whoever laid these in place had accuracy that was absolutely extraordinary. Henry describes the place as this. He says the whole place looks as if a massive hand had swatted it like a sandcastle. In fact, one gets a compelling feeling that this place was intentionally destroyed by a massive show of force. And a little further on, it shows what these blocks look like today, strewn about. And here is another look. And then this. He says, on the way out, we took time to examine another of the oddities at Abu Ghurab. Set apart from everything else we had seen were these square alabaster dishes or basins with strange gear-like designs at the top of them. And that's what they look like. And here is a better look. Beautifully round holes in the basins. He asks what were they for and how were they drilled. And here's another look. So it just got weirder. And then this. He says another traveler in our group was Anya Nadal, an artist and author. She is a very knowledgeable rock hound. It didn't take very long before she called us together to show us something remarkable. Huge sheets of mica found in front of the pyramid. People were elated with that discovery. Now, mica has high dielectric strength and excellent chemical stability, making it a favored material for manufacturing capacitors for radio frequency applications. It has also been used as an insulator in high voltage electrical equipment. So the discovery of mica was very, very important there, because it just said, hey, something was going on there that we can't quite figure out. Now it says this. One additional coincidence worth mentioning involves the artwork of Anya Nadal. Shown on the next page is Anya's painting entitled Wisdom from her book Holographic Mandalas. On the next page is the alabaster platform at Abu Ghurab. Not only do the outer patterns of these mandalas match, but they also have a circle in the center. Anya later told me that she immediately recognized the similarity upon seeing the platform. She calls the ethereal being in the center of her painting an Atlantean fairy. Could she have tapped into the Stargate consciousness of the formless beings, the Netters? And the Netters, by the way, is where we got our name for nature, who came to Abu Ghurab deep in prehistory. And that is the picture of the Atlantean fairy at the center of Anya Nadal's mandala titled Wisdom. And here is another one of her works right here. And it says, Wisdom, a painting by Anya Nadal, bears a striking similarity to the alabaster platform at Abu Ghurab. Anya's mandalas are a form of visual meditation that combine colors and sacred geometry to amplify heightened states of awareness. Gaze at this mandala and connect with hidden parts of yourself. And there's another look at it. And there is the alabaster platform at Abu Ghurab. There are definite similarities, and that was just an added coincidence to the story. There's another look. And this is William Henry and some of his temple keepers there at Abu Ghurab. And so basically what this story is saying is we have this very strange place, and we have ancient texts that tell of a place where these formless light beings landed, and he's just trying to maybe make a connection here. Now this is something that, I'm not 100% believing in, but as with anything else, you just got to look at the evidence. And he finishes his story this way, and I thought this was very well put. When people discover strange or unusual things on our planet, such as pyramids or whatever, there are, generally speaking, two paths one can take. Either they are discarded as meaningless, out-of-place artifacts, and the inner eye of light closes, or they are exalted as evidence of a lost advanced civilization, and the inner eye of light opens. He says, with luck, I will one day return to Abu Ghurab to bask in the rays of Ra. I am certain there is much more here than meets the eye. So I just thought I'd give you a little history of Abu Ghurab and William Henry's theory to what it may be. I just thought this was very interesting. Hope you did too. Have a nice day.